In this recording, I'm going to talk to you about the module and what you can expect in each module. It will be very similar. I may tweak some of the some things in the module based on your feedback, so I'm very open to that. To start, let's look at Module 1, and you'll see again a summary of what you can expect to cover in this module. Here are some of the topics. They are not all of the topics, but this just gives you an idea of what you will be covering, some of the things you'll be covering. And then let's click into the folder, and again into the folder, and we'll see learning activities. You'll always have readings, and you'll always have videos. So what you'll want to do is start by downloading the readings. They are downloadable. You can print them or you can read them on your screen, whichever you would like. So you would click on each of the links, download them, and follow the directions for reading the chapters. And sometimes instead of saying read the chapter, I've given you pages because the chapter may be longer than what I'm asking you to read. This Educational Psychology Theory and Practice is a textbook. It takes a little bit of time to download because it has quite a few pages. So be aware of that. And then you'll have videos, and you'll need to click on a folder here to find the videos. We'll do that in just a moment. And then this is where you will upload your assignments. This is where you upload the assignments. So then let's go back to the readings, and let's just download the textbook. And I want to talk a little bit as I'm going through here about how you would go about choosing a topic for your assignments. So I expect that you will read the material or watch the videos, and something will remind you of an incident that you experienced, either in the classroom or in a learning experience, or it could be at work, or if not, I will accept anything that's personally related. So as you're reading, I want you to be thinking about what's ringing, what can you relate to? What have you had an experience with? And you'll see here that we're going to cover chapters 4, Theory, Psychology, and the Philosophy of Education. We're going to cover Pedagogy and an Overview, and Curriculum, an Integrated Study. So as you're reading these things, something will register with you, and you'll say, you know what, I've had an experience with that topic. So I'm going to go down here and try to find something in one of the chapters so I can give you an example. Let's see. We'll keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're getting now to the theorist about education and educational psychology and that sort of thing. And you'll have a picture and you'll read about them, and some of those people you will really resonate with, and some of them you'll say, this guy was a little off his rocker. I mean, I don't know what you'll say, but anyway, some of the point is, some of it will make sense to you and you'll resonate with it, and some of it you'll think, that won't work for me. But to give you an example, Paulo Freire is a theorist, and when I can tell you exactly when I learned about his theories, and I was in graduate school, and in a class with a professor I didn't particularly care for, but when we started to read about this philosopher, I thought you know what, this is, he's on to something, and his theory informed my way of teaching. So here you'll see that he promoted, instead of promoting the roles of participants in the classroom as the teacher and student, he looked at it as, if you're in the classroom as a teacher, you are a teacher who learns, and the student in the classroom is a learner who teaches. So, you know, my philosophy changed from being a sage on the stage to a guide on the side. You know what I mean? Where the teacher doesn't do all the lecturing, but definitely learn something from the students as well. If we were in a classroom, we would have a lot of discussion, because I would be learning from you, and you would be learning from me. So that's an example of something that I resonate with. And so if I were going to write my reflective paper, I would write about that. I would write about the experience. I might even talk about, you know, I didn't like the class, I didn't like the instructor, but I learned something. And as a result of that, it influenced the way I teach. So that's an example, not, you know, just kind of an example there for you to understand what I'm talking about when I say choosing a topic for the reflective paper and how to go about writing that paper. So let's go back and look at the videos, because we have a lot of questions there. You'll need to click on the video icon folders in order to get the videos. But the first thing you'll see is a description of what the video is about. You'll see here it says worksheet, not required. Tells you the time of the video, and if the video doesn't play, that you could copy this link and put it in your browser and it should play for you. So here you're going to watch this video, but you don't have a worksheet. So you just watch the video. It's for informational purposes only. The next video is a video that provides introduction to the major child development theories. And so there is a worksheet required. The time is 21 minutes. And to download the worksheet, it's right here. Right here. That's what you do. You download the worksheet. And it's a good idea to download the worksheet, review the worksheet before you watch the video. I think it would save you time, and that way you will know what to look for. And while you're watching the video, you can stop the video and answer the questions on the worksheet. All right. So again, here's cognitive development, a little bit of what the video covers, Piaget's theory, and there is a worksheet required. This is a longer video. It is 58 minutes. Here is the worksheet. So that's kind of the way this works, and the way it will work every week. And the study of memory, again, another longer video. This is an older video, but it does cover information that is important to understanding the memory and how you might work with people, and how you can identify maybe if they have a problem with their memory. So like if you work with people and you're thinking, you know, this person has got some kind of, you know, they can't, you know, whatever, you might be able to pinpoint what it is. And so I think that this video, although it's dated, is important for you to watch. And segment 4, there are lots of segments in this video. There is a reenactment of the surgery, of a surgery on the brain. It's a reenactment, but it is graphic. So if you are unable to watch things like that, feel free to, you know, skip ahead. And you'll see that there is not a worksheet required for this video. And okay, so here again, let's say you have some experience with memory in the classroom that sticks out at you. Maybe you have some experience with cognitive development. Maybe you have children or relatives who you've experienced cognitive development in some way. You can use that opportunity to write your reflective assignment, or choose those topics to write your annotated bibliography. So those are options. The last video is a video which is pretty entertaining. As I said, I mean, it's not entertaining, but it's more up to date, and it's a reward for making it through the previous memory video, because it is a little dated and it's only 20 minutes. So that is the video, and how to watch those, and how to get the worksheets, and then to upload your assignments. What you'll need to do is, wait, is that where it is? Yep. Okay, so then here you'll just click on, once you finish the worksheet, click on that that particular link, and then you browse your computer, click on that, find your document, and upload it. That's simple as that. Then click submit. All right, so I think I've covered everything that I could possibly cover based on the questions I've had and the concerns I've had. If there are any other questions, anything else that I should make a video about, feel free to contact me and let me know. If you have the question, I'm sure someone else has the question. And of course, this is all new to us, having a 4-week course, and I, again, am, we all just need to figure this out together, and I don't doubt that we can do that. So again, I'm excited that you're in the course. This is new for me, as it is new for you, but we can get through it together. So thanks for your time, and I hope this answers all of your questions.